Do you know, when you tell your story to yourself and when you tell your story to other people, it creates a vibration and a frequency for yourself and how you make other people feel. And when people come to see me for the first time, that's what I'm obsessed with, the past, the present and the future. And what I see in front of me is how physiology changes, the emotional state changes, the language patterns changing, depending on what timeline you're in. But one of the things I would say to you is, can you answer the question, who are you and what do you want? And when people come to see me for the first time, I strip a life wheel bare. I start to take all the life parts out of your life and start telling me, like, who are you if I take this away? Who are you if I take this away? Who are you if I take this away? And it becomes more increasingly difficult because you're conditioned by an external environment and not the internal environment. Then we ask the question, now that we've asked the question of who are you, now we need to ask the question who you want or what you want. And then when we find that question, we then have to start to study the language patterns in your story to see what's stopping you getting what you want. And I was working with this person for about 6 months, and I said to him one day, do you want to go to the cinema? Let's go for lunch and go to the cinema and make it more interesting. And he agreed. And I took him to see The Greatest Showman in IMAX. But when we came out, I asked him and convinced him to go again and watch it again with me, because I said to him, look, I want you to think of the perceptions of what you never picked up in the first time. So it was about how much information you can absorb and what was your interpretation of what you took from the story in the first sitting to the second sitting. And he did it. And we went and sat in a different part of the cinema the second time. And as we came out the cinema for the second time, I went back in to get tickets again, and he became very angry. And he went down the escalator and he stormed out the cinema, and I went after him and got him in the car. And I said, what's your problem? He says, you're just taking the piss today. You expect me to go in and sit in that IMAX and watch The Greatest Showman again the third time? I watched it the first time and I understood why you wanted me to watch it the second time. But I don't understand why you want to watch me the third time, and I just want to get back to the office and get my car and get away from you because I'm not amused. And I said to him, well, I need to create an awareness. I need to create an unconscious to conscious awareness of what's going on in your life. He went, go. Why would you watch and play movies in your head over and over again every single day, 24/7, for the moment you open your eyes to shut your eyes? But you're not going to see The Greatest Showman, which is an inspiring movie, 3 times. And in that moment, his eyes popped. I will take drastic measures for people to be awakened. If you won't go and see a movie once, twice, or 3 times in a row, then reflect it and realise that you're playing movies in your head thousands of times over again that serve you no purpose. I've studied this for over 4 decades. So when I get to people and I come and work with people, I ask them, who are you? And I ask you what you want. And the difference with ATS is every single person in ATS is obsessed with growth. They're obsessed with evolving and they're obsessed with moving forward. And that's all I'm saying to you. Are you where you want to be? Do you know who you are and do you know what you want? And if you don't, come to somebody like me who will give you guarantees, because the only way that I'll work with people is if I can get rapport in the first session that that person is willing to give up what they know and become more associated to who they want to grow into, beyond. Hope that helps. Question for you. Would you go to the cinema 3 times in a row and watch the same movie?